how to master the pull-up. Is it by doing like pull-downs? Is it by doing assisted pull-ups? No. The best way to increase your pull-up is by doing pull-ups. If I want to build a big bench, do I do it by doing some machine press? No. I do it by doing more bench, building more volume on bench press so that I get better at it, along with learning some techniques. Initial reasons why you might be struggling to do pull-up just be due to muscle weaknesses. It could be due to that you have a weak back, weak biceps, weak forearms, weak core. It's a movement that uses a lot of different muscles in order for you to complete it. And I promise you, by the end of the video, you're going to be able to use these exercises in order for you to increase pull-up. Now, to start off with, the bottom of the movement. If you struggle to even pull yourself up a quarter or half of the way, then we need to fix that. Get yourself a resistance band. Now, for demonstration purposes, I'm gonna use a black one because I almost killed myself using the green one. Oh, put this out there. Be careful when you use these because honestly, if this goes the wrong way, it is going to hurt. But what you're gonna wanna do is wrap the resistance band around the top of the bar, somehow get into the position. You kind of may need a step or to do some like little climbing. But what resistance band does is make the bottom of the movement easier because there's more resistance on the band. So it basically helps you pull yourself up like an assisted pull-up would, except for the fact you still need to engage your core and many other muscles to still do it. If you're at a point where you can't do any pull-ups at all, just use a resistance band and do as many as you can. Do 5 sets of whatever that number is, and then that's just your weekly pull-up routine that you're gonna start doing. The second step, when you're able to do a few pull-ups, whether it be 1 through 5, you're gonna wanna start doing that number, and then the same way, you times it by 5 and do 5 sets each time. So this is just bringing the volume of the amount of pull-ups you do. And with some time and training and hard work, you're going to be able to do pull-ups way easier. So the moment, if you can only do 5 pull-ups, the next stage is do your 5 pull-ups, and then once you do your 5th pull-up, start doing negatives and really control it. Don't just flop all the way back down. You want to control it throughout the whole entire movement. And you basically just do this until you can't do negatives anymore. And this just leads to progressive overload of pull-ups. Increasing your volume by increasing the reps. You're increasing the intensity by going more to failure. And by doing this, it's just gonna feel way easier within some time. Step number 3, it gets a little trickier. You wanna add in static holds within the pull-up. Maybe you wanna dead hang for a little bit at the bottom, and then pull yourself up halfway, pause for 2 to 3 seconds, and then finish the pull-up. Now when you're at a point that you can do 5 to 10 reps of a pull-up, and if you struggle to do more than 5 pull-ups, it may be your grip strength that's the issue. The best ways to increase it is making the exercise itself more difficult, or by doing weighted pull-ups and slowly, little by little, adding 2.5 kg, adding a 5 kg, whatever it is, you just slowly build up the weight, and then when you take that weight off, you can rep pull-ups like it's almost nothing. It is one of the factors that's affecting your ability to do pull-ups. Just do dead hangs. Just grab hold of the bar, and you're gonna have probably some slight swing to it, and just hold it for as long as possible, and then rest and do it again. Just treat it like any other exercise. What you wanna do is a certain amount of number of sets and repetitions and slowly increase it. In dead hangs, you'd wanna just slowly increase the time and still do the same amount of sets. A lot of people's pull-ups look just like this. This is due to a slight imbalance in the muscles in the back, and also to do with your control of your shoulder blades. Your shoulder blades are now asymmetrical. One is more protracted than the other one. It just puts more strain on one side of the body. To fix this, the best way is to do scapular pull-ups. This gets you to control that symmetry of pushing your shoulder blades down and back up. In doing so, eventually start to do pull-ups, then you're working both sides equally, making it easier to do a pull-up. Trying to do a one-handed pull-up is probably one of the most difficult moves that you can do, which essentially is what you're trying to do. You're trying to pull yourself up with one side of the body, whilst the other side is still gripped, but it's not really doing the same amount of work. Scapular pull-ups, you just want to retract your shoulder blades back and down, hold it for a second, and then release and come back into the stretch position. 3 sets, 10 reps.